I am an old fart gamer and I want to talk about gaming, but not all the exciting parts of gaming. I want to talk about game difficulty and accessibility settings.
You're too old to play games. You're an old, bald, ugly fart. Quit gaming.
I'm never going to be a successful YouTuber because I keep rotating between creativity and gaming, and it takes me 3 months to make a video, and then I change the subject all over again. Anyway, I don't care. I'm having fun here, and I really want to talk about how much I love playing video games as someone in my mid-50s. Does 53 and a half count as mid-50s? Anyway, it's like when I visit my folks at the retirement home, I feel quite young and spry. When I look at other YouTubers talking about video games, I feel a little bit older. I mean, it's not like I feel bad or anything. I just noticed that I'm in an older age category than most of the gamers. And the thing I've appreciated, I've started getting back into video games around 2017 when the Nintendo Switch came out and I started playing Breath of the Wild. And I was like, holy shit, video games are amazing. It's been decades since I've treated games seriously. And I lost my train of thought. Maybe I'm not going to blame my age, but I think my whole point is I got into video games later than the average gamer that I see on the YouTube machine or online. And I love games so much, and I feel like it's such a fabulous time to be a not so skilled gamer who wants to play video games, because the gaming difficulty settings and accessibility settings are really good. And here's the thing about it is, like, I just finished playing Atomfall. It was so much fun to play, and it had such control over how difficult I could make the game. Because when I play games, some things I'm good at, some things I suck at, but I want to keep the game challenging for me. I don't want to turn off all stakes so that there's no way to die. You know what I mean? I want it to be fun and challenging, but not so much so that I start weeping under my desk and give up. First, let me just start with Atomfall, and then I'll talk about a few other games in general. The reason why I'm showing off Atomfall is because I just played it, so it's fresh in my head. But also, it had particularly good settings for my needs. Just to give you some context, let me read the blurb here for Atomfall. It's a survival game inspired by real-life events. Atomfall is set 5 years after the Windscale nuclear disaster in northern England. Explore the fictional quarantine zone, scavenge, craft, barter, fight, and talk your way through a British countryside setting filled with bizarre characters, mysticism, cults, and rogue government agencies. Here's the thing I love about this game is that they gave you few levels of nerdiness in order to control your playstyle. So at the top level, you see that there's 5 categories of playstyle: veteran, survivor, brawler, investigator, sightseer. So you can kind of just pick one of those that suits your temperament and play that way. But underneath that, each of those categories, it has settings related to combat, survival, and exploration. And that somewhat summarizes the 3 aspects of the gameplay. You're doing some fighting, you're just basically trying to survive in this difficult environment, and you're doing a ton of exploring and piecing a story together. And it can help you at different levels for each of those categories. You can control any of those categories how you want if you don't want to pick one of these 5 pre-chosen play styles. But it goes even further because you can drill down into another level where you can really control maybe 10 settings in each of these three categories if you really want to fine-tune specific details that you want to make harder or easier. And I love how they did this because you can quickly pick your playstyle, or you can really nerd out on exactly how you want to tune this. Anyway, I super appreciated how wonderful this particular game developer was at making this game a delight for me to play. And I already finished the game one time, and I'm going back into it because I want to uncover some more mysteries. Now, before that, I played a game. I love the game, but I just don't love the title, called Metaphor Refantasio. I'm not even going to bother talking about the different genres of games because I think what I'm talking about kind of transcends what style of game it is. And I found that I kind of like a little bit from every genre I've tried to some degree. So Metaphor Refantasio, they gave me also, 5 different ways to play. I found that easy was the best for me. So a little bit of a challenge. I could die, but it wasn't super hard. That worked for me. Before that, I played a game called Cyberpunk 2077. Wow, I love this game. Someday I think I'm just going to just spend an hour talking about how great this game was. And in this game, I think I played normal most of the time, and I switched it to easy for a few things. In addition to game difficulty, there's another category called accessibility. And this is where if you have any disabilities or accessibility needs, you can turn to these settings. Everything from like color blindness, text size, things like that. But it also has some ways you can tune the difficulty as well. Like, for instance, I gave myself substantial help with aim assist when I'm aiming a gun because I don't know how the hell to aim a gun. And there's various other settings that, those are the genitals. Let me move on from there. Okay, I'm just going to pretend like you didn't notice that I'm in a different outfit now because it's like a month or so later and I still haven't finished this video. I thought I had finished it last week actually, but then I saw at the very end I had a boogie in my nose, and so I had to re-record all that. I didn't need to say any of that. If a smarter person would remove all that and just start over.
I've thought about it a little longer, and I decided that it's okay that old bald farts play video games, have fun, and try to die a little bit less, please.
Anyway, I think my main point is that this is such a wonderful time to be a video gamer. And even someone like myself with like grumpy, awkward hands and slow brain can have a blast playing these video games. So if you're a little video game curious, I encourage you to explore this landscape. I was really surprised at how many different genres and aspects of games I fell in love with. It wasn't just the obvious one about storytelling, because I knew I would love the storytelling element, but there's so many other layers to games, and I think that's super exciting. But I don't have much time left, and I really want to play this new game, Expedition 33, Clara Obscura. Anyway, I can't even remember the name, but I hear it's amazing, and I would really love to start it before the day ends. So take care. Have fun gaming.